Welcome, boys and girls, to our class. I am Miss Charles and I'm here with my buddy, Charlie. In our lesson today, we are going to sort objects by color. Today we will sort objects by color, construct an object chart, and interpret the data on the object chart. So, let's get started. I am going to model for you what we do when we sort by color. Do you remember what sorting means or to sort means? When we sort, we group things that are alike. I am going to show you a design created by one of my students. Do you like that design? Do you know what it is a design of? Are you thinking a duck? You are correct. That is a design of a duck. This design was created by pattern blocks. We are going to sort the pattern blocks by color. But first, let's get to the table and create the design. So here are our pattern blocks, and we are going to make a design like Peter, a duck. So let's begin. I'm going to put the beak, the tail, here is our design like Peter, a duck made of pattern blocks. But I want to sort these pattern blocks by color. I am going to use an object chart to sort my blocks. I'm going to place my pattern blocks on the object chart according to color. So I can see that there are 4 colors which make up the duck: green, red, blue, and yellow. So I will begin. I will place all the green pattern blocks in the first column. Space them out. I'm going to place my red pattern blocks in the second column. The blue pattern blocks. And finally the yellow pattern block. So I'm ensuring that my blocks are neatly placed, orderly placed on the object chart. Let's go to the PowerPoint. So how can I sort these blocks? I sort them by color: green, red, blue, and yellow. So here's an image of our object chart. We can now answer questions based on our object chart. Which color has only 2 blocks? So when I look carefully at my object chart, I can count the number of blocks in each column. But I'm looking for the one which has 2. So let's count. 4, that doesn't have 2. Red, 1, 2. Let's continue checking. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. And yellow, 1. So which color has only 2 blocks? Did you say red? You are correct. Red has 2 blocks. Which group has the least number of blocks? So we go to our object chart again, and we are looking for the color which has the least, and that will be Well, green has 4, red has 2, blue also has 4, and yellow has 1. Which is the smallest in value? Yellow, only 1. So which group has the least number of blocks? Yellow. Which colors have the same number of blocks? So using our object chart, we can see which colors have the same number of blocks because they are neatly arranged on the object chart. So we are looking for 2 that have the same number. We see that green, there are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is more than red, which only has 2. Blue has 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 2 colors which have the same number of blocks are blue and green. Or green and blue, doesn't matter. So boys and girls, we are going to look at another design now together to sort the blocks by color. Here is Brittany's design. Do you know what that is an image of? What does it look like? Are you thinking a bird? You are correct. That is a design of a bird. Let's get ready to construct it. So here are our pattern blocks, and we are going to construct a bird just like Brittany. So let's go. We start with our yellow. Then we have our red. Why is he laughing at me? And the legs. So here's our design of a bird using the pattern blocks. And we want to sort this by color. Again, boys and girls, what colors do you see? Red, yellow, green, and blue. Wonderful. We are going to place our pattern blocks on our object chart. So we begin. The first color on our object chart is green, so we'll take our green blocks. Then we have red. Then we have blue. And finally, we have yellow. So here's our object chart with the pattern blocks grouped according to their color. Green, red, blue, and yellow. Let's go to the PowerPoint. So how can we sort the blocks? We can sort the blocks by color. Green, red, blue, and yellow. So here's our object chart. Which group has the most number of blocks? So we look at our object chart and we see, just by looking at it, we see red is going all the way up. But let's count to make sure. Green has 2, 1, 2. Red has 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue has 1, 2, and yellow has 1, 2. So the color with the most pattern blocks is red. Red is correct. Which colors have the same number of blocks? As we look back at our object chart, we realize that 3 colors have the same number of blocks. Green has 2, blue has 2, and yellow has 2. So The colors which have the same number are green, yellow, and blue. Okay, boys and girls, now I ask you to work with your buddy as we look at another design by one of my students. Let's get ready. Here is Kimberly's design. Do you know what that is? Are you guessing a butterfly? You are correct. Kimberly's design is a butterfly. Let's get ready to construct this design on the table. So here are all the pattern blocks that we will use to construct Kimberly's design. Let's begin by going straight down the center with our orange blocks. Next, we will put in our red blocks. And finally, oh, not finally, but wow, there is our design. Just like Kimberly's, here is our butterfly. Our butterfly is made up of several colors. Can you identify the colors? Yellow, orange, red, and this color. We'll call it tan, okay? So we are going to sort the pattern blocks in Kimberly's design on our object chart. Let's begin. We're going to start with the orange. And now we go to our red. 1, 2. So you sort these. Next we have our yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally our tan. There's our object chart sorted by color. Orange, red, yellow, and tan. Let's go to the PowerPoint. How can we sort the blocks? We can sort the blocks by color. Orange, red, yellow, and tan. So here's our object chart, just like on the table, and we can answer questions. Which group has the most number of blocks? So we go back to our object chart, and I think it's fairly easy to guess or to know which color or which group has the most number of blocks. But we'll count anyway. Orange has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red has 1, 2. Yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And tan has 1, 2. So boys and girls, which color has the most blocks? Yellow. Yellow is correct. Yellow has the most blocks. Which colors have the same number of blocks? So we look at our object chart, and because everything is so neatly arranged, we can tell where the colors actually match each other. We see that orange is very tall and yellow is very tall as well. But we're seeing that tan and red are the same height. So they are the same. They have the same number of blocks, red and tan. How many blocks do they have? Well, red has 1, 2, and tan has 1, 2. They both have 2 blocks. Which color has 5 blocks? So we have to count to see which color has 5 blocks. We'll begin with the orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was way too easy. So orange has 5 blocks. Let's just count and check the others to make sure. Red only has 2, yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and tan has 2. So we know for sure that the color which has 5 blocks is orange. How many blocks are red? We go directly to red and we count how many blocks there are in that group. 1, 2. 2 blocks are red. So I have another design for you to do alone. But don't worry, I will be right here with you. In fact, I am going to construct the design for you. So here is Trevor's design. Wow! Do you have any idea what is that a design of? Are you saying an airplane? You are correct. That's an airplane. Let's get to the table and construct this design. So here are our pattern blocks, and we are going to construct an airplane just like Trevor's design. Let's get started. We start with the yellow. And I'm going to put my green in. That's the body of the plane. And then I'm going to do the wings. The front of the plane. And of course, the tail. So here's our design of our airplane. What colors do you see? We are going to sort the pattern blocks in this design by colors. So what colors do you see? Blue, yellow, green, and red. So we are going to sort our pattern blocks and construct our object chart. We start with the blue. I have to extend that chart. There are many blue blocks Trevor used in his design. Red, only one red block. Yellow, 1, 2, 3, and green. I just need to space these out. So here's our object chart, which is showing all the pattern blocks used to construct Trevor's design. Let's go to the PowerPoint. How can we sort the blocks? We can sort the blocks by color: green, red, yellow, and blue. So here's an image of our object charts. Let's answer some questions. Which group has the least number of blocks? So we go to our object chart on the table, and we are looking for the group which has the smallest number of blocks. Well, we can see that blue has many blocks. Let's count to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks in blue. 1 red block. 3 yellow blocks. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4 green blocks. So which group has the least number of blocks? If you said red, you are correct. Red has the least number of blocks. It only has 1 block. Which group has 4 blocks? So we go to our object chart, and we are looking for the group which has 4 blocks. Well, what do you think, boys and girls? Yellow has 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Green has 4 blocks. You're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. So which group has 4 blocks? Green has 4 blocks. Which group had the most number of blocks? Well, from our object chart, we can see which group has the most number of blocks. That is blue. Let's count and see how many blocks there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the group which has the most number of blocks is blue. How many blocks are yellow? Well, we just checked that. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. 3. There are 3 yellow blocks. What we learned? We learned that when we sort objects, we put them into groups. We can sort objects by their color. We can use an object chart to display our groups. Thank you, boys and girls, for taking part in this lesson. Parents, please visit learn.moe.gov.tt for ECC primary and secondary activities where we focus on helping students to connect and continue learning.